What's happening, YouTube, Facebook, and Daily Motion? Anthony Marsh on Power Rangers Lost Galaxy fan film with my review on the Hasbro Power Rangers Lightning Collection SPD Red Ranger. Given the fact that now that I'm getting close to getting the rest of the team with blue in that 2-pack SPD Pink, which I will order and have the review out sometime this month of April, and pre-order SPD Green whenever he comes out, and I'll probably get him before the pre-order date, August 1st, according to Amazon accordingly. But though those figures will probably come out before August 1st accordingly, and depending on certain retailers and where you live. And now that I gotten two of SPD, and I finally got the Red Ranger, because I've been wanting to get SPD Red for quite some time last year, and here I am now with him along with Doggy Kruger, the Shadow Ranger. Yeah, I know, I should have gotten Jack earlier. And now to the fact that we got two of SPD, let's take a look at Jack a little bit in the box form before I open him up. And you got all of his accessories in, you got, the artwork is pretty good. And then this is the 3D box render with him holding his Delta Blasters, with one of his Delta Blasters with a lightning effect piece, which looks like a small popsicle piece or something, but that's how it looks to me a little bit. But time to open him up, because SPD emergency! Alright everyone, now that I got SPD Red out of the box, let's take a look at the accessories. First being the hands, where we got a karate chop hand with the thumb doing like this, and then you got another hand when he puts, when you have him, when I get the rest of the SPD Rangers with their Delta Morphers, holding the Morpher when they were like, SPD, you're under arrest, and judgment mode and all of that. That we got that hand gesture down, got that going. This lightning effect piece looks similar, because why do I have a feeling I've seen this effect piece before? Of course, it goes into this the whole of one of the Delta Blasters, like seen in display, and this is how it looks with that attached to this little nozzle piece to the Delta Blaster. It can also work for both of them. As for the Delta Blasters, I noticed that there are more paint on this one as opposed to on the second one. I feel like they made a huge mistake having the first Delta Blaster have more red than on this one, and there's more white on this one as opposed to on this one. And this one goes on the right. This will go on the right hand, and this will go on the left. And they're nicely well painted, but you can't even get a semblance of the SPD logo on any of the blaster weapons, which could be a dud right there. And you can plug the Delta. Wait a minute. There's a hole here where I think you should, like how they had the Red Ranger do his weapon like this, I think, where you had to plug both of these to make a much larger machine gun weapon. I think that's how it worked, because not from what I think that's what it looked like on the show. Because again, given the Jack could take these Delta Blasters and make a bigger Delta Blaster with this one. Then you got the SPD Morpher. It's just very small. You can get a good glimpse of it if the camera can get it well. Yeah, you can. And I like the way how they painted the Morpher very well on the back. On the front, not much on the back, because the back is just all white. The Jack head, on the other hand, now let me talk about this head a bit. I remember when I saw product images of this online multiple times before purchasing this. At first, I wasn't sure if this looked a lot like Jack from the show, because when I first saw this at first, it looked at like some cosplayer's face for the Red Ranger, as opposed to what he actually looks like. This does look like Brandon J. McLaren, his actor who played Jack Landers, the Red SPD Ranger B Squad, and it does look like him from the nose, the eyes, and I know some would say he looks a bit like OJ or somebody, but no, this is basically him. This is basically his actor, because once I attach his head onto the Red Ranger body, because and I like the way how they did the cornrows and such down. So now I got two black/African-American Red Rangers in my Lightning collection. Hope we get TJ, Scott, and the Red Ranger's name from Dino Fury. Okay, so Now we got the jack head down. Let's take a look at the figure and how it looks. The helmet, not bothered by with the lack of silver enough over the visor and around the helmet, but I do like the way how they did the helmet sculpt. It's real nice. And given that I haven't had a new SPD figure for any of the Power Rangers from this team over more than 15 years, because last year was SPD's 15th anniversary. I should have gotten this SPD Red Ranger last year, because last year was the 15th anniversary, and SPD Blue was coming out later in the year with the wait a minute, was it around the time of the Versus packs for In Space Red and Astronomer, and then the SPD Blue Ranger 2 Versus pack with A Squad and B Squad. I will get SPD Blue later, and I was thinking, now that I got SPD Red, when I get Blue and Green, because given the history of this team, that whoever had the Red Ranger power after Jack would be in the suit. Although Sky had this Red Ranger suit for one episode during that two-parter Reflection when he was honoring his father. And of course, you know, Bridge, coincidentally, oddly enough, in Once a Ranger in Operation Overdrive, and how he became the Red Ranger. But you know, his explanation is a bit dubious to say for in Once a Ranger. Though when I get Bridge and Sky, I will place their heads on the SPD Red B Squad body and see how they look in that suit also. Although Jack was the main originator in that suit, but Jack is retired. But then again, so we'll do some posings, take a look at how Jack looks on, you know, unhelmeted, and how he stands well with Commander Doggy Kruger. I did manage to put the Morpher on top of that hand where he holds it when he does the Judgment Mode gesture. Wait until I do this with the other SPD Rangers later on. At least I managed to get this going with that pose, as opposed to with Doggy earlier as the Shadow Ranger, with him holding his Delta Morpher doing this pose as well. Now, here we have Doggy Kruger and Jack unhelmeted, and they actually look pretty good together. Wait until I do the rest of SPD. Oh yeah, until I get the Omega Ranger. Well, I'll probably just get a spare Marvel Legends character with a blonde hair to be Sam, I guess. Given again, Sam was a ball of light as the Omega Ranger. But nevertheless, wait until I get the rest of the team, especially when I get Sid next time, and then pre-order Green with Bridge, and then the 2-pack of SPD Blue with Sky, until we get Z as SPD Yellow. I know it's going to be a long time until we see Nova and Cat Ranger getting made, although again, Cat was only a Ranger for one episode, so there you go with that. So in final thoughts, I actually like this SPD Red Ranger figure, although I noticed that they actually painted in the SPD uniform badge on this as opposed to on the Shadow Ranger, but that's okay. But though when I get the pink, green, and blue Rangers and the Omega Ranger, I'll see some paint consistencies and inconsistencies both at the same time, and see how they fare and how they stack up, because at this point, like with Mighty Morphin Power Rangers before it, SPD is almost halfway on its way finished as well in the Lightning line. Although we just need now, once green is green on the way, if you're going to pre-order it now, do so. Yellow, Nova, Cat, the rest of A Squad, and at this point we already got all of the Rangers. Not so much on Boom as that make-believe SPD Orange Ranger. Don't even get me started with that. But you know, as this point, you know, like when I'm like with Mighty Morphin and some other teams I will be finished with, you know, SPD will be another team I will be finished soon as well, so is everybody else, and I'm happy to do so because I haven't gotten a new SPD Red Ranger in some time, although this makes up for not getting that action hero SPD Red Ranger from Super Mega Forces toy line as much as I wanted it, but nah, move on with this one. And you know, to make up for all that lost time, I didn't collect a lot of SPD, but especially when I get pink next time. So anyway guys, what do you think of this review? So subscribe, drop a like, share this video with your friends until I come back with a brand new Power Rangers Lightning Collection review and other reviews to come. Thanks for watching.